Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we celebrate Halloween with the annual Youth Services Costume Parade around the library as we check out the amazing costumes. Then we head to East Brunswick High School where the gymnastics team and the boys and girls cross-country teams all held their senior day celebrations, honoring the student athletes and their parents before their home meets. We drop in on Playhouse 22 for a sneak peek at the production of the Tony Award-winning play Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike that will be running through November 20th. We're back at the library where an escape room was held for groups of 8 as they race against the clock to solve a series of puzzles to earn their freedom. And we have highlights from a wonderful vocal performance by William Michaels at the Daniel Pearl Education Center at Temple B'nai Shalom as part of the Daniel Pearl World Days of Music. All this, plus we have information about Medicare open enrollment and how the Senior Center can assist you in the process. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Today we actually had my favorite event of the whole year. We had our annual preschool Halloween parade, which we do every year, and we just love it. We love seeing all the kids in their awesome costumes. Unfortunately, we usually were able to go outside, but today, because of the weather, we were inside. But you know what? It made no difference. Everybody still had a wonderful time. Okay, is everybody ready? Yeah! What do we all say? Happy what? Happy Halloween. All right, off we go. Let's go. I enjoy this day so much. I get to dress up, which I never get to do. I get to see all the kids' wonderful costumes. My kids are grown, so I don't get to see any little ones anymore. And their costumes are just so cute, and they get so excited being able to parade around the library. I think all the kids had a great time. They came in very excited, and they loved walking around, and they all got to do a craft after we paraded around, and they all got treated to a lollipop also. We all came back and we made a Halloween craft. We all made a decoration that we can hang at home. The kids got to glue on a ghost or a pumpkin, and then we had lots of stickers. One of the favorite things of children is to play with stickers, so we had lots of stickers for them to decorate their plates. If you weren't able to join us today to see all these wonderful costumes and join in our parade, you're all welcome to come next year. We have it every year, a couple days before Halloween. And don't forget to come dressed up in your costume.
The East Brunswick High School gymnastics team recently held their senior day celebration before a home meet. The senior gymnasts were recognized for their leadership and commitment to the program. And now, let's meet the seniors of the 2016 gymnastics team.
just real quick from Coach and I, we just wanted to say that we have lucked out with the senior class. They are phenomenal, really. You can't have a great team without great leaders, and that is something we got from you three. This team is spirited, they work together, they root for each other, and that can't happen unless people like you are guiding them into doing that. So we wanted to thank you, and we wanted to give you some pictures of the team and a little something else. And that's it. You're seniors of East Brunswick. Woo!
The girls and boys cross-country team also held their senior day as we head to the track to meet the seniors.
Is this how you're going to be today?
I don't know what you mean. I see something in a minute. It's gonna happen any moment. One of you is gonna take 2 cups and smash them onto the floor. It'll be you, Vanya. Don't do it. It already happened.
Playhouse 22 is opening the Christopher Durang play Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike this weekend, November 4th at 8 o'clock Friday night. And this is a comedy, really funny comedy. Is about 3 grown children, 2 sisters and a brother. And although they think they're grown up, they're really still trapped in their childhood, like many of us are. 3 middle-aged siblings whose lives are so depressed that they're funny.
Dearest Vanya! Oh, sweetest Sonia, how I missed you in this wonderful house.
This is my first directorial outing here at Playhouse 22. I'm very excited to be working here. It's a great theater. Before this, I was a professional freelance director and have directed in regional theaters and college theaters and off-Broadway. This play was done on Broadway a couple of years ago with an all-star cast, but we have an all-star cast here at Playhouse 22 also. Won the Tony Award for Best Play, so it's a very well-regarded play. And although it's a comedy and really funny, it has some meat on its bones. So it's not just funny, it's funny and also touching at times.
I know I complain, but in some ways I love it here. It's where I've been since I was 8 years old. I came from an orphanage.
I would say this play is excellent for mature audiences, PG-13 and above.
Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike will play for 3 weekends in November, beginning November 4th. And if you're interested in coming to see it, which we hope that everybody is, you can go to the Playhouse 22 website, which is www.playhouse22.org. And there's lots of information about the play and ticket information, and you can even order your tickets directly on the website.
Is Spike your given name?
Oh no, it's my acting name. My real name was Rodolfo. But my agent said that was hard to hear. And I was wearing my hair all spiky that day. And he said, why don't you call yourself Spike? And so I do.
So if you thought that the Kardashians are messed up, just wait and see Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hosick, and I'm the Adult Programming Librarian here at the East Brunswick Public Library. Tonight, we are hosting an escape room. There are escape rooms all across the region in Freehold, Edison, Princeton, and of course in New York City. But you have to work as a team. There are puzzles throughout the space, behind clocks, in books, and you have to work together to solve the puzzle to eventually break out of the room, though we're not going to really be locked in tonight. We're going to be having groups of 8 come through with the adults tonight in 3 different waves, and tomorrow the teens are going to have a chance to crack the code and escape the room.
No clue. That was frustrating.
This program was designed for adults in our library exchange, the meetup group for 20s and 30-somethings here at the library, but the teens and all the other adults weren't having it, so we've opened it up to all of them.
We've never done an escape room before, and this is quite amazing. The puzzles are actually a lot harder than we thought they would be. Definitely a lot of fun, running around trying to figure out what's going on to the last minute.
Yeah, we've done a lot of really cool events at the library before, and the escape room came up and we couldn't pass it up. Yeah, so we had to work together to find the clues, and it was really cool because there's like a lot of little cool things set up around, like puzzles.
Some of them are clues on clues, like it's either playing on words, or it's audio clues to make you think about what's coming up next, or it's a visual clue, or it's something you have to assemble or take apart to figure out.
You solve a puzzle with Shakespeare's face on it, and then you went to the Shakespeare book, and then there was a clue in there, and then that led you to another clue, that led you to another clue, and
Spoilers.
That was really cool. Yeah, spoilers. And I think, there was like there's a globe and there's like a little sticker on it, and you have to actually look for it to find it, and then it was really lots of fun.
No, absolutely fantastic, and thank you to the staff.
Creating an escape room, you can theoretically go buy one online, but it's not exactly cheap, so I researched lots of different kinds of puzzles. There's other libraries that I reach out to who have done them to get some ideas. There's book code puzzles, actual pins, padlocks, directional locks, things under things, things behind things, puzzle boxes. So there's a little bit of everything. There's even a jigsaw puzzle that I custom made that is a clue at Shakespeare, which leads you to Shakespeare here on the table. So every clue leads to another clue, but don't worry, you can't really get stuck because there's a few clues everywhere, and it's fun. And there's a countdown clock that will be counting down the 45 minutes, and it will alarm. There's a very loud alarm at the end, so hopefully you make it out in time because the evil professor doesn't like people in his office. Some people really love puzzles and working together, and this was kind of the goal of bringing different people together. Some people signed up and they may not know each other, and to come together as a group, work together, get a little of adrenaline up in a safe and secure place, and come out to the library and learn a few more things too. These clues all have some sort of connection to the library at the end of the day.
We would definitely do it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they definitely have to have and lots more events on the meetup, because the meetup's really, really awesome, and that's how we find a lot of the things like the colouring and other activities here at the library.
This is fantastic, and look forward to the next one.
Awesome experience. So thank you very much, everyone.
For a full calendar of our events, visit ebpl.org/calendar, and hope to see you soon. Escape the room! We have 14 minutes left.
on Wednesday night, October 26th, at the Daniel Pearl Education Center in the Temple B'nai Shalom in East Brunswick, New Jersey. The annual Daniel Pearl World Music Day concert took place with William Michaels performing 1 hour of incredible music, including show tunes from the world of Broadway.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Companionship and collaboration ended on a bittersweet. You see, their final project together was The Sound of Music. And as they put the piece together, so many songs for Maria and the kids and other characters, but the main male character needed a song that somehow described, encapsulated his love for his homeland, that he was going to have to leave, for Austria in this case. And they wrote almost very late in the game a song that I'm sure we all know, we all feel, we've known since we were kids. And these were the last lyrics that Oscar Hammerstein were to write. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you read, small and white, small and clean and bright.
Before Mr. Michaels' wonderful performance, Dr. Andrew Boyarsky, chairman of the Daniel Pearl Education Center, read a touching letter written by the parents of Daniel Pearl for the night's festivities.
And perhaps it is not just an illusion. Perhaps by reaffirming to ourselves in public that evil cannot win, we are empowering the forces of decency in the atmosphere above, and thus make evil less likely to win. A young musician from Santa Monica told us last week, "I begin to understand why I am drawn to music days every year." She wrote, "Daniel Pearl Music Days embodies the idea that music is not a performance, but a statement. It takes music and turns it into an instrument for a higher cause. It echoes what the late Israeli President Shimon Peres said, 'You are only as great as the cause that you serve.' Friends in East Brunswick, your music here tonight does serve a higher cause. It reinforces our conviction that at the end of the day, humanity will triumph and harmony will prevail. Our deep appreciation goes to your community for continuing Danny's legacy. United, we will make a difference." Signed, Judea and Ruth Pearl from Los Angeles, California.
Now, I'm not sure I'm going to make it through this one, given the event tonight. Danny Pearl was a great journalist, family man, and of faith. I mentioned he was born right in Princeton. Dad is Israeli, American scholar, many honors. His mom, an Iraqi Jew. Very interesting. That might go partway to explain the breadth of his imagination and his drive to go around the world and back again. Studied in California. And he didn't seek out the easy stories. He didn't tell easy stories. But he told stories very, very well and described with great insight the human condition in so many ways. Now, that's all of our goals, I believe. And he went out with a mission. He went out to battle, to wrestle with the words, and to reach, and to come out and to win hearts and intellect.
But come ye back Oh, when the valley's hushed and white with snow, 'tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when ye come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. Destiny calls and I go, and the wild winds of fortune will carry me onward, of whithersoever they blow. Whithersoever they blow, onward to glory I go.
Hi, I'm Sharon Riley Morosi, Assistant Director for the East Brunswick Department on Aging, and this is the Voice of Experience. I am here today at the Senior Center with Donna Falkenberry. Donna is the Social Service Coordinator for the Department on Aging, and she is also a SHIP counselor. Today we're going to talk about Medicare open enrollment. But first, Donna, tell us, what is a SHIP counselor?
Okay, SHIP counselor is a trained, either a volunteer or in this case, the East Brunswick Township provides a SHIP counselor to East Brunswick residents. We take a 6-week course when we first start to train us in the basics of Medicare and how Medicare works. And then you shadow with an experienced SHIP counselor, and then you're on your own to assist people with Medicare. People new to Medicare, people that have questions about Medicare, appeals with Medicare, anything to do with Medicare. Someone will call Medicare's hotline, and they will eventually, if they are from East Brunswick, will be referred to me to get assistance.
Okay, so you used your SHIP training for open enrollment. Open enrollment started recently. Can you tell us about open enrollment for Medicare?
Sure can. Open enrollment happens every year, starts on October 15th, it ends on December 7th, and it is primarily the time where people who are already in Medicare can look at their coverage and make changes. The most, I want to say, important and also the most popular change or review is done with prescription coverage. Each year, insurance companies have the opportunity to change their premiums and change what they cover and how they tier the prescriptions. So it's very important when you have a Part D plan, which is your prescription plan through Medicare, to look at that coverage and see how it's changing next year. And if it is in fact changing where it's going to be more expensive, there is the opportunity to switch to a different company, which may be less expensive and cover your prescriptions at a better rate.
So is seeing a SHIP counselor the only way that people can get this information?
No. SHIP counselors are trained to do this, but you actually can do this on your own. You can go to Medicare.gov, and there's an option called Plan Finder, where you can put in your prescriptions, and they're very specific as to the name of the prescription, strength, dosage, how often, all of that. And then it will generate a list, and then they take that list, and the database will compare it to all the options for 2017, and it'll tell you what is your least expensive to your most expensive prescription plan. And you can, right from that page, actually enroll for the following year in a different plan if you would like to do that on your own.
Okay, so open enrollment helps with Medicare prescription drug plans. Does it do other things too?
Yes. In Medicare, there are 2 ways you can go. You can go with traditional Medicare, sometimes if you can afford a supplement, and then also your Part D plan, that's the prescription plan. Or there are some people who take the Medicare Advantage plan option, which is where all of that is combined, and both your prescription and your medical coverage is combined with one company. That is more of an HMO. There are doctors that need to be in that network. So during open enrollment, that is your opportunity to go from one to the other if you would like to. If you're in a Medicare Advantage plan and you want to come back into traditional Medicare, you can do that and then join a prescription plan, or vice versa. If you're in traditional Medicare with a prescription plan and you would like to try a Medicare Advantage plan, you can do that during open enrollment also.
Okay. Anything else people need to know about open enrollment?
Again, you have until December 7th to make your changes. They become effective January 1st. For the Medicare Advantage, you do get a grace period when you first enroll. It starts January 1st. If you find you're not happy with it, you have until February 28th to disenroll and get back in traditional Medicare with no restrictions, no penalties.
Okay. So if someone wanted to see you, to make an appointment because they're interested in checking out their Medicare during open enrollment, how would they do that?
All they need to do is call the center. My number is 732-390-6809 to make an appointment. We also will have other SHIP counselors on hand for open enrollment because it is such a busy time to assist us with the same procedures, looking over your Part D plans, helping you get in and out of Medicare, traditional Medicare or an Advantage plan. So just give us a call and we'll be happy to schedule an appointment.
Well, it sounds like a great service.
Thank you.
If you would like more information about Medicare open enrollment, SHIP counselors, or any other programs available through the East Brunswick Department on Aging, then please call us at 732-390-6896. And please remember, the East Brunswick Department on Aging is here to help you and yours age successfully.